Ladies and gentlemen, I am not sure how much I deserve all that praise, but my fact true confession is that yes, I have been into yoga for quite many years, and at this stage I'm still a learner, and I guess I can use a few Hindi words also. Is it okay? Can you just raise your hand if it's okay for you to listen to me in Hindi as well now and then? I don't think there are any people who cannot really follow Hindi. So anyway, I'll make it a little selective. Because I see some other names also here. So welcome to all of you. And this is going to be a quick 50-minute session. Towards the end, we'll be having a 10-minute question answers. I would request you all to be a little patient. To keep noting down your questions and reserve them for the last 10 minutes of the program. And there can be two types of people in this group. There can be two types of people. One, those who have come just to witness this program, and they are not into a keen following of these exercises. Those people are at liberty to do as you like, how you dressed, no problem, whether you use a yoga mat or not, no issue at all. But those of you who may be interested or enthused to do yoga, whenever there are some exercises being done during this leg dem. This is a lecture cum demonstration program. So I would expect all those people who may be trying to follow me and carry out some of the yoga asanas. I would really request them all to be aware that the very standard principle for doing yoga is that you should give a gap of at least 4 hours after any intake. After eating any cooked food, there has to be a gap of at least 4 hours before you do yoga. That is why those of you who might have had a light snack in the last 4 hours, please try to desist from doing the following with me as far as asana practice is concerned. Otherwise, you are very much welcome to listen to me and raise your questions at the end. And those of you who may be practicing are also welcome to raise questions during the particular asana or pranayam also, if this is so very much essential. Okay, friends, this brief session, we need to go quickly over a very, very interesting and vast subject like mental health. Mental health is the health of the mind. If you say it is health of the mind, it looks very much normal. But the moment you say mental, people have different connotations. Mental is usually referred to madness. That is not the way we are looking at mind and mental health. So I would rather call it as health of the mind. We are now discussing how to protect, retain, and improve the health of our mind. And if we do not do that, what happens? And what are the ways and means of doing this protection of our own mind's health? Okay, now I try to come in the reverse order. Where the mind's health, the mental frame, or the real characteristics of the mind are not very much in good order, there can be a few things happening. What are those few things? One, there may be a short-time memory, long-time memory loss. Short-time memory loss will mean only once in a while you may be forgetting somebody's name, somebody's phone number, some address. That is possible. There is also called a long-time memory loss. Long-time memory loss may fade away a subject or phase of some information in your mind. There may also be problems with focusing. We may not be able to adequately and entirely focus on our own issues on hand. This focusing can be divided into, can be affecting our processing speed. If the focus is not adequate, we cannot process the information that we are looking at. Now, to process the information at a speed, ideal speed, and paying full attention, how and when is it possible? And what happens we do not pay attention? Then what happens is, like, somebody has cracked a joke, and after everybody has laughed, you give another 5-10 minutes and then you start laughing. This is what is going to happen if you are not going to pay attention and at right speed. That is the reason why we need to be staying in the present. How to stay in present and how to go about it, yoga can teach you very well. There are many other exercises also to happen. They are all called brain games or brain related activities. I very strongly suggest all of you to go for those brain related activities and games, and also going for puzzles, for example, crossword puzzles, or you can say flower puzzle, flower English, flower puzzle, or any games, chess games on the line, online or printed. All those things, if you resort to, you will be able to maintain the the good health of your mind. That is the first point. Where it is neglected, where the health of our mind is neglected, it can also lead, apart from memory loss, it can also lead to dementia. Dementia is very long-term and partial or total loss of memory. Dementia is going to trouble us like anything. If you are going down the stairs, 10 floors, and you have forgotten after reaching the ground floor that you did not carry your car keys, you have to go all the way up again 10 floors. Such things can happen when it happens to long-term memory or including dementia also. If dementia is also neglected, what is going to happen? That can go into further complicated problems like autism, Alzheimer's. They are all very serious chronic problems which one should be really trying to avoid initially. दिमाग का काम बराबर करें, उसके लिए दिमाग को ठीक रखना बहुत जरूरी है. You need to be active enough with your mind, and there are so many ways of doing it. There are some foodstuffs which are going to be very useful and are meant for your health of the brain. This is an important aspect. Try to remember that. If you are going to for omega-3 fats, that is going to help you at your white matter and gray matter in the mind. So try to go for those foodstuffs which are really useful, easily digestible, so that both your physical and mental health can be very well maintained. And you also can have a lot of other activities done under the name of aegis of yoga. Yoga, which means making the mind and body meet. They have a lot of exercises which are meant to improve the mind. Okay. Now let us understand, where is the mind beginning? Where is the mind? Somebody says in the head, somewhere here in one of the corners. No, we need to be clearly understanding where exactly our brain is and mind is. Brain is your software. Mind is your hardware. Mind, both sides of hemispheres, right and left spheres of the left hemispheres of mind are there exactly on either side of our hypothalamus. And how is it connected? And what is really guiding us in thinking process? That is a very important nerve called vagus nerve, which runs behind our ear and passes through our body all over and enters our digestive system. The entire digestive system, heart and lungs are influenced by and actively considered in the under the aegis of vagus nerve. So to improve the vagus nerve, we have many exercises, including some activational, some repetitive mantras. Omkara, you must have all heard about Om. That Om, which consists of A, U, Ma, 3 syllables, is also having something to do with our vagus nerve being activated, which is the reason why it is not a religious symbol. It is a very important syllable for activating our vagus nerve. What is the importance of vagus nerve? Why are we talking about vagus nerve so much? Because among all the cranial nerves, there are many 12 to 13 cranial nerves moving from our mind to all over the body. All other nerves are having sensory or motor action, whereas vagus nerve uniquely is the only one having both sensory and motor nerves, and this is a parasympathetic nerve. What is a parasympathetic nerve? Parasympathetic, and how does it work? This vagus nerve, if it is active, you are going to get a very good indication, I am going to fall sick. I have now fallen sick. I need to fast. I should not eat. These are the instructions which the vagus nerve gives to your own body. So it will stop those juices into your stomach. That vagus nerve, which is a very important and useful one, if it is working at its best, you are going to have a very good condition or quality of your mind. So while protecting the health of your mind by eating right, by exercising well, by having proper ventilation and also having good positive mind, if you are also improving the condition of your vagus nerve, that is going to bring your the mind's health to its peak. You understand this very well. The health condition of your mind is much dependent on how much you are activating and exercising your vagus nerve, as well as how much you are protecting the health of your brain. Now, what are the exercises which are very useful to be done for the purpose of the vagus nerve and brain? We are now I'm going to demonstrate one particular exercise called Balasana. Bala means baby, child, asana is exercise. It's like a child's pose. How do we go for the child's pose? Those of you interested and eligible to do the exercise can follow with me. This is also known as Shashankasana. First of all, we move the legs and straighten them and relax them in Dandasana and be ready to receive the further instructions. And then we go for what is called diamond pose, the Vajrasana. This is called the diamond pose. This is the only posture which you are allowed to go in for at any time of the day, while there are a lot of restrictions on the activities for doing any exercise, the gap of 4 to 4.5 hours. Now, this Vajrasana can be further stretched so that you get into Shashankasana. This is called Shashankasana, which is called rabbit pose, also known as Balasana, a child pose. What to do in this? Stretch your hands all the way high up, straight in the air, touching the arms to the ears, and stretch very well. Extend your body all the way forward while breathing out and touching the palms, elbows, and the chin if possible. If you are touching your chin also to the ground while you are stretching your body fully well in the front and retaining the minimum connection between your heel and the hip. This is the best posture called Balasana. This Balasana is having the vagus nerve running into your stomach and the entire digestive system, which is getting nicely pressed and exercised. And while you are bending down, this part of your throat and neck, which are also encompassing the vagus nerve, also get beautifully exercised. Those of you who can't manage to touch the chin to the ground, you can go for touching the forehead to the ground and stay there in Balasana chair pose. Much longer you stay, the better. For two reasons. One, this is very comforting, and two, this is improving the health condition of your vagus nerve. Let me repeat for the benefit of all those new people. Stretch away. We have kept the knees apart and the heels are exactly below our hips, and stretching fully well all the way up and coming forward and trying to bend. पूरी तरह झुक जाइए, आराम से नीचे लेके आ जाइए, अपनी डुबती जमीन पर लगा दीजिए, ऐसा स्ट्रेच करके रहिए. This is going to improve the health of your brain. One important exercise which is very useful for the brain is this Balasana. Once you come back, you can go once again into Dandasana, which means stretching the legs very well and relaxing them nicely and getting them into a good order. We are now going for another beautiful exercise meant for improving the condition of our brain. Once again, stretch both the hands all the way up. Stretch them up fully well. Paschimottanasana aa jaiye. And while breathing out, go forward and try to touch your toes. Okay, this is not so easy for many people, but those of you who are used to it can definitely do that. And you can give another try. If you are not able to go for it properly, go for holding your heels and go down. Try to touch your nose to the knees without bending your knees. If you are able to touch the toes, what is happening in this process? The vagus nerve edge, which is there in the digestive system, is getting nicely exercised, activated. This is also exercising the vagus nerve, which is there at the throat. Once again, we are going for this to understand very well what is this kind of an exercise which helps our brain very well. Try to be following the conditions of your body. Yoga is never to be done in such a way that you trouble your body. But the yoga exercises are meant only to tame the body. एक पालतू कुत्ते के जैसे अपने आप को हम लोग संवारना है, improve करना है. Don't go against your ability. Try to instead improve your ability and flexibility of the body as well as the strength. Okay. Now, it is a big story. If I'm going to talk about the food conditions and how we have to do it, suffice it will that your food should be encompassed by two major important rules of what are called intermittent fasting rules. Intermittent fasting, whereby your previous day's dinner and today's lunch is divided or given a break with 16 hours, minimum of 16 hours of gap between previous day's dinner and today's lunch, and between today's lunch and today's dinner not less than 6 hours. That gap is going to help you improve your digestion very easily. So you have to be minding your body and its instructions how exactly we have to be taking the food. Now, the important rule about mind is try to always focus on the mind in a positive way. Try to repeat it to yourself. Can we all do it now? Along with me, you please try to repeat these important golden words, and you try to repeat these words through the day any number of times possible. I am happy. Repeat after me. I am healthy. 3 times. I am happy. I am healthy. I am happy. I am healthy. What is happening while you are uttering these golden words? What is happening is you are giving an affirmation, positive affirmation to yourself that you are healthy. No, sir. If you simply say, I'm happy, I'm healthy, am I really happy and healthy? Yes? If you say you are not happy or healthy, you will definitely not be happy. You will definitely not be healthy. But once you say, I am happy and healthy, it is very likely that you will be happy and healthy. Remember this small, important issue with your health. This is a very important affirmation. The difference in the affirmation, you should be able to understand and try to keep practicing this. Now, there are many medicines to improve the condition of your mind. There are moods. There is sleep. You need the mood and sleep right for relaxing very well. The mood is improved and the sleep pattern is improved. The relaxation with the sleep is improved through what we call it as Yoga Nidra, also known as Yoga Nidra, and meditation. Meditation has plenty of benefits for your mind. Plenty of benefits. If you are meditating, what is meditation, sir? Just closing eyes and then straight away keeping your body. Yes, these two are the important things, but not the only aspects. In meditation, you are supposed to focus on your breath. Breath. That is an important aspect which is going to affect your thought. The breath and the thought, there is a very close nexus. If you are having no shallow breathing, but deep breath, your thought also will be very qualitative. The thought process will be very qualitative as long as you are able to take deep breath. Deep breath has a very direct impact on your thought process, and slow breath has its own effect on that. Okay, let me explain to you. Once you say deep breath and then slow breath, what does it mean? We have two different breathing exercises called Chandrabhedi, which is closing the right nostril and breathing through the left. Long, can you all participate along with me? Right nostril is closed. Through the left nostril, you are deeply breathing in without making sound. Very slow, very slow. Take a breath in, fill your lungs, taking ample time all the way up. The left nostril is breathing in, and once the lungs are full, start breathing out very slow once again without making any sound, without any jerks. It should be a smooth, slow breath in and out, performed through your left nostril. What is the left nostril standing for? It is called Ida Nadi. There are two important nadis or channels in our body, which are located through our spine. The breath you are taking through your nose doesn't simply go to lungs like this straight. It goes all the way below your neck and passes through your back, through the spine. And then it reaches the root chakra called Muladhara chakra. And then it takes turns and comes all the way up to the lungs. This is the long journey your breath channel is taking. Which is the reason why whenever there is cold cough, we massage not only our chest, we also massage our back. What is the reason? The breath canals are there passing through our spinal cord also. That is the reason why we massage. So that being the case, this long breath canal, when we are exercising in the process of Chandrabhedi, the left nostril, taking it in and out, it cools your system. It cools down your blood pressure. Normal blood pressure is attained, achieved very surely through this particular exercise. Also, your acidity goes for a toss because you are cleansing your own nostrils. This being the case, your Chandrabhedi pranayam is going to help cool your system. Anybody having any quick questions up to so far? Anybody wants to know anything at all? I can give you an exclusive permission to ask. If you have not followed Chandrabhedi, which is a very important element of a treating process for our high blood pressure, this is going to be very useful. That is why I'm giving a small pause here. Anybody can raise a question if at all there is anything about it. Yes, Indra?
Sir, just if you can explain any particular timings you need to do. Do you have to be on a fasting level or any particular time, day, in the morning, in the evening?
Excellent. Very good question. Very good question. See, the set of all yogic exercises can be performed only when there is a gap of at least 4 to 4.5 hours from your intake of cooked food. Try to understand cooked food. All those uncooked foods like your salads, fruit juices, etc., when you take them, you need to wait only for 1 hour. All those fruit stuffs are going to be getting digested very fast, very quickly. On the other hand, if you are having your usual chapati, rice, or whatever, you need to wait at least for 4 to 4.5 hours, which is quite possible in the early morning, which is the reason why the yoga is better practiced in the morning, or for the convenience of those who have to practice only in the evening, then they need to complete their lunch accordingly to see that there is at least 4 to 4.5 hours of gap between the yoga practice and the food part. Now, the only exception I told you is Vajrasan. That is the posture, that's the only posture which is better done immediately after food. But all other exercises, including this breath exercise, you are supposed to be keeping the gap of 4 to 4.5 hours. As long as you keep this distance, gap, you can definitely do this. And if you want to do it very, very frequently, you have a serious problem of blood pressure, or you want to get away from your acidity, the suggestion I can give you is keep going on fruit food, uncooked food throughout the day. Stay only on fruits. Take your fruits, wait for 1 hour, do the yoga. After yoga again, you need to wait for 1 hour. To eat anything, you need to wait at least for 1 hour. So 1 hour before, 1 hour after, you can start doing your yoga for not less than 10 times a day. If at all you are spending more time. Now we are talking about very low blood pressure. There may be cases where the people who have low blood pressure are very, very dull and less in spirits, low in spirits. They want to raise their spirits. What to do? Exactly the opposite. Close your left nostril, breathe in through the right. Slow, long, deep breath, filling your lungs. And after filling, don't hold it, start immediately breathing out. But once again, very slow, gradual, and continuously. Like that, if you keep doing, your low spirits, low blood pressure can be taken care. And this is very, very useful. Both of these postures are very useful to influence your thought process. If you are depressed, if you are having any issues like frustrations, they can be totally sent out by doing these two breathing exercises. This is very, very important for you to remember that yoga is going to give you longer longevity, age retardation process. Yoga is a stress buster. You can get rid of your stress. And why and how yoga can become an effective stress buster is, apart from normal breath and physical and breathing exercises, you should also be doing what is called awareness program. Awareness. What is awareness? Close your eyes, keep watching yourself. Just think where you are, how you are sitting, and how you are breathing, and how there is any sound coming from the around you. Around you, there may be a lot of sounds, a lot of smells. Just keep noticing them. Keep noticing them. This is the cardinal principle for meditation. Meditation can straight away improve the condition of your breath, because in meditation, you are supposed to be focusing on your breath. How the breath is coming out a little warm and going in a little cool. This you should be able to notice. And as you are noticing the breath pattern, you will be able to go into a deep meditative state, which is going to help you immensely, whereby you are also getting your mind clear, decluttered. Your mind gets decluttered early in the morning. When you wake up, when you go for this sort of a brief meditation, your brain is sharp. You are decluttering your mind. You are getting ready to do what you have to do for the rest of the day. Your restlessness goes for a toss. Your stress, anxiety, memory related issues, they all go for a toss, which is the cardinal principle behind anti-aging. You do not age. When you do yoga regularly, you do not age, and this is a age retardation process. So yoga can help you in this respect also. Now, sir, all the yoga asanas, are they very difficult, or are there any simple exercises we can do so that we don't need a lot of training? Yes, a very simple exercise called Sukhasana also is going to help your mind's health. What is Sukhasana? This is called lotus posture, Padmasana, which may be a little difficult for the beginners. But Sukhasana is like this, where you feel very comfortable. Simple sitting in Sukhasana also helps you. And the posture that people usually like most is also Shavasana, calf's posture. What is calf's posture? Lie down on your back, spread your legs a little, and keep your hands slightly away from the body with palms up and open. Close your eyes. Keep relaxing each part of the body from toe to top, top to toe in a slow manner, which is called calf's posture. Calf's posture also is going to help your brain. It is going to improve your mental faculty very, very well. Your stress busting is definitely going to begin with meditation and improve with Shavasana. You remember Sukhasana and Shavasana, which are very easy to do, but where you need to put in some effort so that you will be able to maintain, protect, and improve the condition of your own body and mind, and especially the vagus nerve, which is a parasympathetic nerve. If your vagus nerve is active, you can say that we have won the battle to half the extent. I'm going to leave you all to the question and answer session very soon. Let me take just 5 minutes more to explain to you a few other exercises. We also call it Dhanurasana, bow-like posture. How do we do bow-like posture? This is called Dhanurasana, which is excellently useful not only for the physique, also for the mind. This is the last posture I'm going to show. First of all, come to Dandasana, where you are keeping your legs straight and relaxing them, and lie down on your stomach. Lie down on your stomach, and you try to raise both the legs one after the other and hold the ankles and touch your chin to the ground. And now what you are going to do is reverse. Move your hands in such a way that you are pulling your legs to your side, and the legs are pulling on the opposite side. Dhanurasana, bending the body like a bow, is not impossible. Very, very useful. You can also rock back and forth. You can also rock sideways. This will be nicely massaging your rib cage and stomach. So Dhanurasana, once again, remember, in Dhanurasana, bow-like posture also, you are improving the exercising your stomach. The digestive system is totally getting under stretch, and so it is getting activated, and so is the neck and throat coming under a stress. So much so the vagus nerve is active. Make your vagus nerve active so that your mind is at its peak. You are going to improve your mind very, very well with all these exercises, and also have proper fruits. What are the kinds of foods that will help our mind grow very, very well? The mind improves very, very well with simple food. Don't go for paneer or palak sabji. A lot of big names are there in food items. You don't have to spend so much of money. Take your fruits, plain fruits, and have peanuts, which are very, very good for your health. They are going dry fruits, limited kinds of dry fruits, only soaked and taken only in small quantity, preferably early in the morning, are going to help your brain. You can always improve the condition of your brain with a little this kind of fruits and foods, and the exercises are also going to improve the general condition of your body as well as the mind. See, there is a saying that there is a sound soul in a sound body. That what is the meaning of it? If you are generally keeping well, not suffering from blood pressure or diabetes, not suffering from arthritis or any other serious problem, that is when you will be able to sit right, sit straight, and do what you have to in yoga. So once you are able to do this, the mind is also going to be sound, that is very much energetic, and there is no forgetfulness और भाई बड़ी बहुत सी चीजें भूल जाते रहते हैं लोग, ये भूल गया, वो भूल गया, ये चाबी भूल गया, वो भूल गया, ये so all these things, short time, short length, long term memory losses are all happening only because your vagus nerve has not been in order. Vagus nerve is such an intelligent nerve that will give you an advance notice to you. Now you are going to be, you are subjected to a sudden news. You have won a lottery of some billions, or you have lost something. Such sensational news, when you are listening to them, the vagus nerve immediately throws out signals to the stomach and to the excretory system. You behave like this, you behave like this. That's why you see many people, whenever they have heard about such news, they either have a heart issue or they have to visit a washroom. What is the reason? This vagus nerve is helping you in getting ready for that sort of a situation. So that is the kind of information that we get, instructions we get from vagus nerve. That is why we have to be deliberately keeping the condition of the nerve and the brain very, very well. Now, another important aspect of sleep. Just a couple of minutes before I throw it open for the discussion. If you are not having adequate sleep, it is very much possible your brain is not at its peak. I'm very, very sure about it. Many of you must have felt it also. Whenever you had adequate sleep of 7 to 7.5 hours, you must have felt very much refreshed. And when that sleep is not possible, you will always suffer. दिन में भी ऐसा करते रहते हैं, आपको नींद नहीं आया तो फ्रेश नहीं रहता है. It's all oily face and you don't feel really very much fresh. So try to go for good rest, good sleep to relax you well. Now, no, sir, these days we are very, very busy. We have to sleep late. And so they can't afford. We can't afford many 7.5 hours of sleep. We can't afford. We are so busy schedule. Then I have an answer for you. I have an alternative for you. What is the alternative? You can go for either Yoga Nidra or meditation. Those two techniques which we always practice every day using the same ID and password at 5 o'clock Africa time. Is it too early? You have to get up early at 4 o'clock so that you are ready. You have cleansed your bowels and ready to take exercises. Do that every Friday. We keep practicing Yoga Nidra and meditation. And every day between rest of the days, including Sunday, we are doing all other exercises also. You're welcome to join anytime for those exercises, learning more and improving the condition of your physical and mental status and health. This is what I wanted to advise you all. And this brings me to the close of important aspect of mind and how to protect the health of the mind and how to improve them. Maybe on another occasion, given another occasion, we may be able to go more elaborate on this. But now I open the forum for questions and answers. Any of you who wants to ask anything, please raise your hand. So, and unmute and please ask. हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हैं, उर्दू में भी पूछ सकते हैं. Anybody? I'm sorry, I don't know Luganda or Swahili, so you people have to necessarily make it either English or Hindi. Yeah, please. But are you ready with any other questions, Indra? Otherwise, if people are not ready to ask, they will keep thinking.
Members and friends, if there are any questions, please come forward and ask. It's a very good opportunity for you to find out about your own self. If you need to ask things that you may be suffering. That there are remedies and there are ways of exercising. Please come forward and ask, please.
Yes, Fatima, I see you interested in asking something. Fatima.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Thank you so much for this informative session. मुझसे सिर्फ ये पूछना है कि how long should a yoga session last? For example, if you are doing particularly only brain exercises or mind health, so how long you should do it? Thank you.
Yeah, very good exercise. Very good question. And I would like to point out that any exercise to your body can be done to a maximum of 3 hours. 3 hours originally as they were decided. मगर आप अगर 1 घंटे तक टाइम निकाल सकते हैं तो अच्छा ही है. और ब्रेन के लिए जो दूसरी जो गेम्स है वैसे गेम्स के लिए ज्यादा टाइम की जरूरत नहीं है. इफ यू वांट टू प्ले for example a brain game, all of you are ready to play a brain
Yes.
game. I'm going to raise a brain game like this. Raise your thumb, left thumb, and stretch your left index finger. Okay, now here on the other hand you do the reverse. The index finger is side to the side and your thumb is upright. Now suddenly change them, twist. The condition is the thumb is up and the index finger is your right side on one hand. The other hand, the thumb is going to be straight and the index finger is going to be up. Suddenly you have to be able to change this finger. The hand is in the same way and you have to keep changing. Now, this is called brain game. Like that, there are many brain games which you can play and get definitely benefited. ऐसी exercises करने के लिए ज़्यादा टाइम की जरूरत नहीं है. मगर physical exercises if you are doing 1 hour is very ideal, which is the time हम लोग सुबह में वही टाइम पे कर रहे हैं 5 से 6 बजे हर रोज कर रहे हैं. Mind is taken care while you are doing normal exercises also. हितेश भाई.
हाँ
बोलिए सर.
वो जो आपने चंद्र प्राणायाम किया था लेफ्ट हैंड का ही, तो उसमें ये एकदम वो हाई स्पीड थिंकिंग हो जाता है, तो उसमें वो फर्क पड़ता है.
बहुत फर्क पड़ता है. बहुत. Yeah, definitely. See, some people, they have a nature of brooding. They keep thinking time and again about one subject or many subjects, continuously thinking. That long thinking process also can be brought to a conclusion if you are doing Chandra Bhedi, for example, closing the right nostril and breathing through the left. Long breath and start really slowly throwing it out. What is happening? It is not only the breath. ये श्वास के साथ साथ में आपकी सोच की भी नियंत्रण हो रही है. That is also getting nicely exercised. The thought process is also getting very beautiful exercise in the process of your doing your breath exercise. And secondly, deep breathing exercises. We also do deep breathing exercises. Can you all follow with me for a deep breathing exercise like this? This is called Singh Kriya. Singh Kriya, lion's size, lion's way. Invoke a lion. एक शेरनी को अपने अंदर आवाहन कीजिए. क्या करना है? जीभ पाड़ के, आंखें भी, staring eyes, 21 times deep breathe in and out. This we call Singh Kriya, the speedy exercise of your breath, where the breath is getting a reverse flow. नीचे से वापस बाहर आती है. उसके साथ में भी आपकी अंदर की पूरी बॉडीली कंडीशन एकदम बेस्ट हो जाते हैं. हार्ट बीटिंग नॉर्मल हो जाता है, पल्स रेट नॉर्मल हो जाता है, आपका लंग्स बहुत अच्छा इंप्रूव हो जाता है. वी हैव सेवरल एक्सरसाइजेस, फिजिकल and breathing, to meet and match all kinds of situations. So definitely yoga is going to be a great deal for you. It's going to be very useful for you. ये जो dormant, जो normal पड़े हुए लिखे बैठे रहते हैं, जो लोग कुछ करते ही नहीं, सुस्त रहते हैं, उनमें तो सिकनेस की चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा होता है. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? Anybody else wants to ask any questions? I would appreciate a question coming from yeah, anybody who is not exposed to yoga. जो लोग योगा में बिल्कुल आया ही नहीं, वैसे लोग अगर पूछना चाहते हैं तो मैं तैयार हूँ. Yeah, Jignesh bhai, we are recognized. Please go ahead with your question. Very good evening. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Yeah, go ahead. Please put in your question. Okay. Now, I said two things. One, that your brain condition can be taken care through the normal usual exercises also, and a few particular exercises like Balasana, Paschimottanasana, Chakrasana, Dhanurasana. You can also do with your Sukhasana and Savasana also. Sarvangasana, Salambit Sarvangasana. See, these are all Adho Mukha Swasasana. These are the exercises which are particularly meant for yoga, and they can be done in any order. There is no problem. Normally with other exercises also, asanas and pranayam also, we can keep sandwiching them, changing the order. There is no problem. There is no specific order in which we have to do that. Secondly, also to answer the earlier question of what Fatima ji was asking, there is no duration limit. Up to 3 hours, Patanjali has allowed you to do. You can do normal exercises, only for your brain exercises, also the brain games together for a process of 3 hours also. Magar itna time to hai kaha kiske paas? Everybody is short of time. Everybody is in a hurry. So at least 1 hour a day, if you are spending over a week's period, there is going to be a cyclic effect of all exercises being covered. So much so you get the benefit. Or Jignesh bhai? Yeah. You can distribute. You can distribute the way you want, how you want to do. Like that, you can always go for that. There's no problem. But you remember one thing: the principle. There is a sound soul in a sound body. If the physical health is very good, your mind is also going to be excellently well. There is no second thought about it. So you focus on the physical health to reach the mental health. And for additional exercises like what I told you, you keep switching and trying them also for additional benefit. Also keep solving your puzzles and try to keep your mind active. Have some avocation. ऐसे पड़े नहीं रहना है दिन भर, कुछ ना कुछ एक्टिविटी होना चाहिए, that which is useful to others or which is very very creative for yourself, your own very very interesting hobby. I have heard of people at the age of 75, they were registering for their university graduation. Very good. You have to learn new things, learn a new language, learn a new fine art, but do something to creative so that the white and gray matters in your mind are getting improved very very well. I can take only one more question. We are almost out of the time. Anybody else who wants to ask something?
Yeah. Anyone please come forward?
Only if you have a question. Otherwise, 2 participants have raised their hand. Yes, I see Fatima ji again. Yeah.
Sir, mine is not a question. Mine is a request. Maybe we have once a month session to boost our immunity. Looks like we need that.
now that is for Indraji to organize if it has to come from only from Rotary Club, or if anybody else is also interested in asking for it, I am always available. I am ready to serve the people at the extent I can, definitely on a during beyond office hours or beyond during weekends, I'm available. Jignesh ji. Yes. If you can join us every day in the morning, definitely you're going to be in pink of the health. Definitely, by God's grace, this is the power given by the yoga. It's not my own. I'm still a learner, but still I'm trying to share with you whatever little I know. That is how we have come to the conclusion of this particular session. I am really glad that we are all able to come together and think collectively and try to understand a few aspects of body and mind. And I definitely thank Rotary ladies, Tanga and Indiraji in particular, who has been coordinating. And thank you all for spending your valuable time here. And we do look forward to meeting you on some other day with some other background, with somebody else's initiative. And Indiraji, once again, thank you.
I would like to say special thank you to you, sir. Really appreciate your great time you have given us for this very passion for sharing the transformative power of yoga. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it a lot.
God bless you all. God bless you. Bye-bye. Take care. God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye.